Hey guys, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the best tips in Roblox Bedwars. And I actually did a video like this, I think like a couple months ago. And this video is more directed towards late game. And anyways, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first tip is to track your enemy, and this is because if you're able to keep your cursor on your enemy, you get perfect tracking. So I'll show you here. As you see, my cursor is not on him, so I can't reach him. But when you put your cursor on him, you can hit him. And now I'll use this in a real match. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to perfectly track him and try to get an easy combo. As you can see, I was able to beat him in the PvP because I had good tracking. Okay, so for the next tip, it is called a fireball jump, and you can actually use this in many different ways. First, you can use it to boost yourself like this. This can help in running. You can also use it to cancel fall damage, just like this. And as you can see, I didn't take any fall damage. And now I will use this in a PvP. Oh, and you can also use the fireball boost ability to try to get a little combo. As you can see, I got like a pretty good combo on him. You can also chase him with it and hook him just like this. And as you can see, I got the kill. Okay, so for the next tip, it's going to be a method of running in late game. And basically what you can do is if you get low and you have to run, you basically do this and you kind of build overhead so that they can't shoot you with their bow. So they hit the blocks right here. And yeah. Okay, so as you can see, when you lose the PvP, you can just start running like this, and then basically see all these blocks kind of block his bow shots, and he's just missing. You can see all the blocks kind of just block the bows from hitting me, and I'm able to regen, and now I'm at 100 HP. Okay, so next up is actually using a macro, and obviously if you're a late gamer, you likely use a macro. I recommend using this one. This is walls that he leaked. I know I made it a best leak video like a week ago, but the MS just is not as good as this one, and I didn't just want to leak this one because we already leaked it. And yeah, now I'll just kind of try to combo him. As you can see, I was able to beat him in the PvP and heal up for like 67 health, and yeah. Okay, so the next tip is actually going to be a bow rag, and basically what you do is you get your sword and you start spamming it, and then you try to get bow in the mid sword, and this will help you do a lot of knockback, allowing for an easy combo. And another method of this is actually a fireball rag, where you go like, where you do the same thing but with a fireball, and sometimes it messes like those fireballs, but most of the time they don't. You can yeah, you can do that with a fireball. Okay, so here's me using it in a real late game. If you're like an actual late gamer, you'll obviously know that this is kind of just something that you do. You kind of do this in the late game, and it actually really is helpful to doing damage. And as you can see, he just died. And if that bow shot landed, then it would have killed him, I think. And yeah, so that's that tip, and that tip is really good and should be used more. Okay, so for the next tip, it's not really a tip. It's just if you want to use this shift lock crosshair, which I think is actually really good for late game. I don't use it because it's too much effort to adjust yourself to third person where you have to press control. But if you go into first person, right, and you press control, you get the little thing, which I think is a good, crosshair. And now I'll see if I track any better with it. Okay, we're interacting now. GG's. And I think I tracked like a little bit better with this, and yeah, that was nice. So the next tip is actually utilizing your pearls to run, and I'm not just talking about pearling out to the other islands. I'm talking about in scenarios where you're really low, and there's a couple methods to this. So first of all, you can attempt a pearl juke. So let's say your enemy's right here and they pearl onto you. You can pearl here, and then they kind of pearl back, and then last second throw your pearl there, and now you're here and they're over there. So I'll go demonstrate that one in a real late game. Okay, so picture this scenario. You get PvP diffed like crazy, and you need to run away. So you pearl over there, and then last second you can pearl over there. And as you can see, he's all the way on the other side of the map, while you can be over here regenning your health. Okay, so for the next strat is kind of self-explanatory, but if you're in a situation where you're like 5 HP or you're like one tap, is just to spam pearl. So you pearl here, you can pearl literally anywhere you can want. You literally just have to spam. Just keep spamming it. At this point, you need to be thinking survival is more important than conserving your resources, because if you're able to just keep diffing them into PvPs, basically. So yeah, survival is more important than keeping your resources. Okay, so now I'm gonna go PvP, and let's say you lose like really badly, and and then you take fall, and then you have to pearl, you just have to keep pearling. You might AC a little bit, and you just kind of have to keep pearling. Don't do that. That was a really bad pearl. You just have to keep going, and you need to try to just make sure you just heal up. All right, it's more important that you heal rather than conserving your pearls. So that's the spam pearl strat, and now I'm at 89 HP, and I fully regened. Okay, so the next method is actually building up to the height limit, and that's kind of self-explanatory, so I'm just gonna go right to demonstrating it in the late game. So let's say you get like cooked in the PvP, like I am right now, and then you just literally just build up to the height limit, and then this really increases your chances of surviving. Maybe they try to fireball, just kind of move out of the way. But if you just build up to the height limit, they'd have to waste a pearl on you, and it's risky in their case because they can fall. So if you just keep building up, and then you'll be able to regen. Obviously, don't build like that high, but you just stay up here, and it's kind of hard for them to kill you unless they fireball you. And okay, we don't talk about that. Okay, so next up is one of the most annoying things that happens with pearls, and that's when you pearl to the side, to the side of the island, and it just makes you slip right off. I'll demonstrate it real quick. This is one of the most annoying things with pearls. Say you misplace your pearl like that, and you kind of just land here and you just slip right off. I'll show you a way to counteract that real quick. Okay, so let's say you're over here and you need to pearl back to this island. This is kind of like a bad angle, so like you kind of like rush it and you kind of misplace your pearl. What you have to do, spam blocks so that you clutch yourself like that, and you can kind of clutch. This also works over here when you're here. You know, this is like a really annoying thing that sometimes you just hit the wall and you just don't get teleported in.